With the gate 55, we learned how to surrender and to honor our moods, and that if we send our hopes and dreams out to the universe and believe that no matter how much we feel that life will never get better, the universe really does have our back. And now, if we can start to see that there is potential for peace, for kindness and harmony in the gate 37, we can satisfy that longing to do what it takes to find our sense of family and to remember that no matter what we think, we're all in this together. Hi, this is Denise Matthew, and welcome to episode 7 of the Mandala of Life, the gate 37, also called the gate of the family. And if you haven't already, please make sure to check out the previous episodes of the Mandala of Life. For now, let's move into a new energy, one that's all about family, traditions, and making or breaking deals. When we talk about the energy of the gate 37, we're talking about a part seeking a whole, or in a sense where we're searching for our community. This gate can also be called the gate of harmony and inner peace, and can bring with it a level of affection, and some may call sweetness of personality and an approachable character. In human design, many hanging gates act very similar to a full channel, so you can see the energy in every channel. But when we talk about the gate 37, we're talking about it being part of a channel that is considered one of the 3 oppositions, which means that a hanging gate, or only half a channel, has potential to act quite a bit differently than when you have the full channel expressed. As I said, there are 3 oppositions in the human design body graph. The other 2 are the 3420 and also the 4323 channel. If you notice on the mandala, they are exactly opposite, so it makes these particular channels more common because the sun and earth always transit in opposition. So there is a deep contrast in the energy of the gate 37 and that of the gate 40. For instance, the gate 37 is all about affection and also connection, where the gate 40 is one of the 3 gates of aloneness, and there could also be more of a need to keep their own counsel as opposed to being with other people. Within the energy of the gate 37 can be a deep need for spirituality. But for the gate 40, there is potential for the opposite to be true, since it's called the gate of denial, so they could have completely different perspectives of spirituality than the gate 37. So if we hone in on the gate 37, we can see that this part of the channel brings friendliness and a welcoming ambiance that keeps the tribe or family together. This energy can be about touch and connection, and you might like hugging and tactile affection. And it isn't usually sexual in nature, it's more about openness to connection and a warm personality. Communication in some type of family, no matter how that looks to you, can be something that you desire. And there can be a need to protect your family, and it's less about protecting humanity and more about protecting the people who you love. Family dinners and being together can be something that makes you feel whole. The gate 37 is metaphorically called the gate of the mouth, so food, eating, and things involving the mouth may make you feel good as well. There's always a caveat with this energy since it's part of the channel 3740, a place where the marriage contract and deals are made. So for those who are part of your family, it's important for them to know that all who join your table must adhere to the rules that you have laid out. To you, a broken promise or deal is not easy to accept, and it might very well lead to you breaking apart from the people or person who has let you down. Loyalty is important here because tribal energy always requires some level of give and take. Yet also contained within you is a sense that you want harmony and peace, and if things go off the rails and there's discord, you might disappear. And if the wound is large enough, there's potential for you to break away and never look back again. Something to remember is that many times these bargains or deals that you make are made in your head without verbalizing, and this can cause a lot of grief for you and also the person that you thought you made the deal with. That's why it's so important to be clear in your expectations. This will prevent one-sided deals from happening, as well as the hurt feelings for you or the person you're having a disagreement with over a deal that never actually happened in the first place. These nonverbal deals can be especially true in relationships where your partner, friend, or colleague bring the gate 40 to your gate 37, or what we call in human design electromagnetics. Because the gate 37 is part of the 3740 channel that connects the solar plexus to the will center, a place of abundance, there's potential to have some level of being abundant materially. And since this energy is all about contracts and deals, it can be great for business deals as well. As with all solar plexus gates, this energy carries some level of fear, or what's called nervousness, in the solar plexus. This nervousness is all about breaking traditions. The anxiety that is felt is that if you break a tradition, you could suffer some type of consequence, and usually these consequences feel very spiritual in nature. This gate is part of the mystical circuit, so it comes with a potential to need to have some level of spiritual connection, or to hold up the correct tradition so that you may someday be touched by spirit. It all goes back to the concept of the deal and bargain, that if you do the required tradition, whatever that is, that you will eventually be rewarded. The fear here is ancient in nature and spoke to traditions being held up to ensure survival, because when the traditions fell apart, the tribe usually fell apart as well. The key to working with this energy is to feel into the energy and honor your truest feelings. And if a tradition needs to shift, you can allow it to happen and to be open and aware to what, if anything, shows up in its place. Another important part of this energy is to remember that if you're emotionally defined, it's useful to wait out your emotional wave when making deals, changing traditions, or when making big decisions concerning your family. From a mystical perspective, this energy is part of the cross of planning and is thought to have been the main theme for humanity since 1610. This energy has been instrumental in holding together the social structures of civilization because it's a combination of tribal and collective energy. There's a prediction that in 2027 there will be a new theme and energy, and that will be of the cross of the sleeping phoenix, which is mostly individual energy with one tribal gate as well. So the cross speaks to the rise of the individual, where the gate 59, the tribal energy, will search for the right mate to spread the mutation of the gate 55. There's also a deep connection between the gate 55 and the gate 37, since they're side by side in the Mandala of Life. What this speaks to is the potential that the energy of the gate 55 will awaken the spirit of the solar plexus and bring a mutation to the tribe through the energy of the gate 37. That will transmit the energy to the family. For any mutation or paradigm shift to be adopted in humanity, it has to be adopted by the tribe, and that's the only way it will have some level of staying power. Otherwise, the energy goes nowhere. Since the gate 37 and the channel 3740 is the most open and communal, this is where there's more chance that the mutation of the 55 will be adopted by humanity. And as I said, the gate 37 is part of the mystical stream, and it's also part of what's called a tribal spirituality channel, where the group comes together to ponder the unknowable and the mystical in life. From this perspective, there can be a drive to search for something universally bigger than yourself. If we go back to the concept of this being the energy of a part seeking a whole, it can be seen as searching for a cosmic connection, and a desire to see the meaning in your life, to understand your life purpose and the proverbial grand plan of your incarnation. In this exploration, there can be a way of looking beyond the ego and material plane into something that has meaning, or an underlying reason for all that we do, day in and day out, because there's a desire to see behind the human need to have more, to comprehend the meaning behind the drive to have. And here too is a willingness to stay the course, to do what's required in the hope and dream that someday you'll gain a drop of meaning and wisdom from the forces that drive the universe and holds the threads of our existence. And once again, the Mandala of Life spins, and we learn that peace, kindness, and understanding can hold the family together. And even if there are people who doubt your plans and who don't believe that it's possible, you can be open to their logic, and you might even agree that maybe they're right and that things need to be tweaked. And by using the energy of the gate 63, we can take a hard look at where we are and where we want to go in the future, and to also understand that no matter what our plans are, to bring real change, there will always be many tries and a multitude of bumps in the road until we finally reach the success that we want. Well, that's all for now, and I'll be back soon with the next gate in the Mandala of Life, the Gate 63. Until then, take care, and I'll see you again soon.